by the Gulfport Police Department. This is actually one of the officers that we've been investigating on the channel for quite some time, Officer Sergeant Vandenberg. So we're demanding justice. We're demanding answers from the police department. So far, we did an earlier press conference. For some reason, my equipment failed. I do apologize for that. We're going to restream the second press conference here that we're going to start in just a little bit, but I'll show you where we're at. We're back in front of City Hall right now. Look at your babies. How you guys doing? Good. So we're going to start in a little bit, guys. We got News Channel 8 out here and a couple of other agencies out here.
Yeah, we tried. I think we tried pulling the stream earlier, and for some reason.
So, guys, just stay tuned. We're going to start in just a second over here. Hopefully, we won't have these same issues with you know, the live stream that we had last time. Hey, guys. I'm live right now on YouTube.
You are?
Yeah.
Good.
Is it okay if I get you guys on camera? Okay, guys, so I am here with the family of Maniya. This is Maniya right here. She did a wonderful job addressing the press today. Today we're calling for justice for Maniya and her family. She was brutalized by the Gulfport Police Department at the Boca Ciega High School. These are her wonderful grandparents over here. And these are her injuries that she had at the hands of Sergeant Vandenberg, guys, an officer that we've been investigating for about 2 years now. So just give us, you know, a few minutes, guys. We're going to get this started.
Stand for me like here. That way the background.
Are you working on it now? Okay. Okay, sounds good. All right. Didn't I have another one that I had to talk to? From Channel 9?
I think so. There should be one other agency out here. This is Bryce Graham, everybody. Shout out to Bryce. He does some wonderful work all across the nation, guys.
She's with 8 or not?
She's
he's
with...
he's coming out here.
Yeah.
I guess we'll do it. You all right?
So, guys, we're going to... Let me go over here for a second. We're going to be doing a short interview, just as we did earlier with the other press here. And if you guys have any questions for me or the family, you know, we'll do it at the end. That's right. Pulverize that like button, everybody. Let's show support for this wonderful family and 15-year-old Maniya, guys. Shout out to Bryce Graham over here. We came all the way up from West Palm Beach today to be here.
Yes, indeed.
Yep, but
Justice, for accountability.
for justice,
Transparency,
accountability,
for
yep.
demanding justice for my
Maniya.
Maniya, for Maniya. Demanding justice for Maniya. Sorry, I had a brain freeze. But we must not tolerate this. We won't tolerate this. And we won't go away until we get justice.
Yep.
Gulfstream, there's a Gulfport, there's a new sheriff, and I've come to warn you that we will see justice roll down like a stream and justice like mighty waters. So, hey, we here doing what we do best.
So somebody in the comments said, So she's 15 years old. Wow, this officer hasn't been fired. This officer is still on duty as we speak. He's still on duty, guys. He hasn't been suspended, nothing. This department is known for giving the public a very hard time with even filing a simple IA investigation. It's just really terrible. We really need reform in this department, guys. Right. Perfect. Let me go over here behind the cameras. This is just such a wonderful family. We all went to lunch together, and you know, my heart just breaks for this family, guys. When I seen this story shared on Facebook, I had to reach out to just, you know, everyone that I know to see what we can do to get justice for this family. This girl is too terrified and traumatized to even go back to school. It's just really sad. Why did this incident occur? We'll go over all of that, guys. So just give us a few moments. We're going to be setting up. Thank you all for joining this live stream. Okay. Nobody has a bullhorn, guys. We're right by fire rescue here. Gulfport PD and the battalion chief, they just went on a call. I'm not sure. It's totally unrelated to what we're here for today. God bless you.
You all ready? Almost. Okay.
Ready to rock and roll?
Always.
Always. That's what I want to hear.
to get high tech to print it out.
Okay.
You can put it wherever, man. Doesn't matter.
Wrap it up.
Perfect. Thanks.
Come on, family. You getting good? Yeah. You're gonna fit here.
Go on this side.
Right? Wow. Make it look good. Question and answer style?
Yeah, well, we'll probably start off with having a run through, and then we'll ask questions afterwards.
If you don't mind staying at the mic, too.
And then can, however. Okay, what's up, Ben?
I got it. Can you get a picture of them before we start? Thank you.
Can you give me your first last name and spell
First and last name, Bryce. First name, B-R-Y-C-E. Last name, Graham, G-R-A-H-A-M.
and your title?
Second Vice President of the National Actor Network, Central Florida Chapter.
Is that good? All right. Go ahead and I guess run me through why we're here today.
We are here today because injustice is here. On behalf of 15-year-old Maniya, who was had an altercation with 6 girls that led to an all-day affair, and after that point, in the late afternoon is when things got verbal, and there was chaos. In the midst of that chaos, there was an officer from the Gulfport Police Department who then put Maniya in handcuffs, slammed her against a wall, took her into the media center, and brutally beat her. These are the results of that beating. And we are here as a civil rights organization to say that we will not tolerate that. We are calling on, number one, an independent investigation to be conducted. We are also calling for this officer's immediate suspension. And to me, it seems as this is a common practice of this officer. Number one, taking her into a media center that has no cameras. Number two, taking her into a place without another supervision of a female officer. So you're talking about all kinds of policy violations that have been broken, not only by the police department and this officer, but by the school district, because they were notified of the incidents that had occurred that day. And so we are saying that we are going to apply pressure to them to, number one, give us answers, to give us accountability, and to be transparent with us.
When did this issue happen, and when was the school notified?
The school was notified on the day of the event, the events that occurred, and that was on September the 6th.
Anything happened to the other girls that were involved in this case?
Nothing.
Why Maniya?
It turned out now. This officer did this to her, and she was the victim, and then fell victim to his brutality.
Officer in this case is named to another name, and how long have you been here?
Michael Vanderberg, Sergeant Michael
Sergeant,
Vanderberg
yeah.
is his name.
And then is he a school resource officer, or why was he at the
He
school?
is a hired sergeant with the police department,
He is not there.
and he was there for another incident, other than the one at hand.
What immediately happens after the incident, and Maniya is obviously injured during that time? Does she go right away, I guess, to school, kind of let her know? You can walk me through
Well,
it.
my grandfather, he came in and he seen my face and stuff, and the paramedics were in there, and they were going to take me to the hospital, but my grandfather was just like, he's going to take me to make sure I'm safe. My grandfather took me to the hospital after.
Walk me through, from your personal experience, what happened that day.
Well, it was an altercation, and then as it was de-escalating, the officer, he had came and he had pinned me against the wall, and then he had put me in handcuffs. And then as he was bringing me into the media center, he had slung me, and then I had hit my forehead on the divider of the door and had pressed my forehead open. And then as he was bringing me into the library, he slung me onto the ground, and then, yeah, that's what happened to my face and my shoulder.
When you're in this moment, this is happening to you, what's going through your mind?
I was just scared. My face was hurting. I didn't know what to do. It's just like I didn't feel safe. That's just like so.
You seem like you get emotional. Of course.
It felt like the world was supposed to keep me safe. Didn't keep me safe.
What did you say to him while this was happening?
I was just in the moment. I was just like out of my face. And then when they sat me in the chair and I started to calm down, I asked if he could take the handcuffs off of me because at the moment I couldn't breathe. I was like panicking, and then I asked if he could take the handcuffs off of me. And then he was like, "You need to calm down." And as I calmed down more, he took the handcuffs off of me, and that's what happened.
Do you think that anything that happened that day was deserving of what ended up happening to you?
Not at all.
Why?
Because I felt like even if I was in the wrong, like I felt like it's levels to it. He didn't have to take it to that certain of level.
Have you been back to school since this happened? Why not?
For one, I was suspended, and I wasn't able to go back to school until this got dealt with.
Would you go back to school though? Do you feel comfortable doing that?
Honestly, I wouldn't feel safe. Like far as like if I could count on the school to be there, if these girls wanted to come, if they see me at school and they try to come back at me, I wouldn't feel like I wouldn't be able to count on the school to protect me.
Why were you and the girls fighting in the first place?
It was over something really stupid. Because at first, like during school and stuff, we were all like friends, making TikToks, playing volleyball in gym, and it all started because the coach had made a joke in gym, and this one boy, he was like, "Y'all need to shut up, y'all always laughing," because me and my friends were laughing at the joke. And then the other girl who was involved into the altercation, she had jumped in and was like, "Exactly, y'all always laughing, y'all need to be quiet," and stuff like that.
So you guys started fighting because of that?
Yes, and that's but it never got physical. It was verbal.
What do you want to see happen?
I want this officer to pay for what he did.
What does that look like?
Or for me to fight. No problem.
Mom, can we talk to you?
Real quick, the other girls, I know you said you were suspended. Were there any other girls?
No, not suspended.
No, you suspended. Okay, so only you.
How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm okay. You know, I have to stay strong for her. You know, my concern is no matter what happens, my daughter's face should not look like this. You know, according to the doctor, the mark right here is going to be a scar. Due to the incident, she suffered concussion. My whole thing, I'm glad it wasn't worse, but at the end of the day, she shouldn't have that happen to her. But I'm thankful she's here and she can, tell her side of the story. Because some kids, they didn't get a chance to tell their side. So.
How did you find out that this happened?
My mom. My mom called me. I was at night. I was asleep and she told me. So that's how I found out. Also, too, my dad found out through a student. No teacher, nobody. Student went to my dad and told him what happened. So, yeah, that's how it happened.
When you saw her face, what did you think?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was upset. At first I thought the girls did it, and then when she told me that the girls didn't do it, and she told me the officer, she flipped the camera, so I was on FaceTime, and then when I saw how big that officer is, I lost it. But, I kept my cool, but, it bothers me to see my daughter like this. Since then, she has not been the same. I haven't seen her smile in a while since this happened. I know she, mentions when she sees the cops, she gets nervous. So it's just a scary situation, that happened that she experienced.
As a mom, you would never, want your kid to go through something like this.
No, definitely not.
I mean, when your child goes to school, boy or girl, fights happen. Your child gets picked on, bullied, or whatever. You probably never thought.
No, never thought, when my mom told me, something happened with her, and I called, when she told me some girls tried to dump her, and when I saw her face, I honestly thought the girls did it. And then when she told me the opposite, it broke my heart because you're supposed to be there to protect them. And it's like, to know that you did that, there's levels to it, I work in behavior, and I know there's levels to it, and you went way beyond. Like, look at my daughter's face. Thank God this part is starting to heal, but this right here, it's going to be a scar.
I know they're in an investigation right now, so they're not going to talk. But initially, did anybody from the police department talk to you?
Well, I spoke to his supervisor. I didn't speak to her long because her demeanor. The first thing she asked my daughter is how old she was. She said 15. And she said, well, you do know right from wrong. But remind you, she didn't fully know the whole story because we didn't get to fully tell her. I just didn't like her attitude, so I said, you know what, I'm done, because then I know I'm going to get upset. I know me, so I said, you know what, and then we made phone calls, and now they're here.
For the future, would you like these guys to have body cameras?
Yes. Oh,
Well, let's go back to that question. The officers already have body cams. It is already been implemented in the budget. So the thing is that his body cam was not on, which is a direct violation of their policy.
I didn't know that, I'm sorry.
Knowing that you took her to a place where there are no cameras, where, it could be recorded or that this obviously happened or something, how do you feel about that?
knowing that there's something, it hurts because I want to know what happened. I want to see how it went with her. And just stress that I can't get answers with that because it's like no witness, no cameras, no nothing. So it's just like it's a dead end. So it's just like I, have to hear from her. It just sucks because we don't know. We don't know nothing.
Well, I mean, a lot of people saw her go into that room. In one room. And now, bang her head off the car.
Not on her own.
Right.
I guess, I'm saying, are you guys going to let up until something is done, or you just say, you're not?
I'll answer that. We won't let up until we get the answers that we need and until this officer is held accountable. And we are in the process of retaining attorneys. And so we won't back down until justice has come down.
I know that you mentioned previous things with this officer. Anything that you can share with me about things that he's done in the past or that you know?
Well, when there's no document of it, when a city doesn't allow the public to make IA complaints and records, what do we have to fall on? And so we know that this might be a common practice of this officer, but there's no record.
Anything we're missing?
I think that's it.
Can you just stay with holding that, please?
Yeah, just get video of the signs and stuff.
Oh, can the grandfathers speak? Yes, of course.
He's the one that
Yeah, he's.
To start, I was in the parent pickup circle when one of the girls, the young girls, her friend, came and knocked on my window and said, Maniya's in handcuffs. You need to, she had trouble. So I proceeded to go out the circle to come around to the front of the school to go in the office, but I received a call from the hall monitor guy. He said, meet me in the office. When I got to the office, he met me there and we went to this media room. I'm going to say this as much as I can. We as parents and grandparents do not want to step or go in a place with their child and have her see what I see. When I walked up on my granddaughter, she had blood coming down her forehead, bruises, and she was sitting there and she was scared. She was scared. And as the papa, the grandparent, I'm thinking, okay, what can happen? And I asked those officers point blank, did the girls did this? And they said no. I said, well, how did she get like this? They pointed to one sergeant. And he said that happened when he was bringing her into that media room. And I knew she was handcuffed because she told me she was handcuffed until she can't, whatever happened, and they took them off. As parents, no one would want to go through that. To see the blood and the fear in my granddaughter's face, it's not right. It really is not right. And we need answers. We really need answers, especially the parents. To have a situation at school, that's normal because we all human. Kids are going to go through something. But if it was de-escalated, you should have let her call her papa like she said she told him. Bring her to me in the circle and let her get in the car. And that was it. They failed. And I told officers that in that media room. Y'all failed because there's no way she should look the way she looked. And that's it. That is it.
And so we don't want, and so let's be clear, we don't want to paint a narrative that we are anti-police. We are anti-violence against kids. A child does not deserve what Maniya got that day on September 6th. She didn't deserve it.
I think we should answer those questions that they asked about Vandenberg. Remember, was he the one on body camera disparaging you? Okay.
You or anybody who has pictures, can you guys send those to the
Yes, we can get them.
in the visual one?
Hey guys. That their story just breaks my heart. I just can't believe that these officers over here can just get away with this. And he's still able to patrol this community over here with no repercussions. I've reached out to Chief Vincent before, and I did an interview with him over the phone, about him disparaging Mr. Lee Vandenberg, and I believe it was Officer Pope. He no longer works here. And Chief Vincent basically condoned what they did. And like, let's say that, you know, Chief Vincent, you know, did the right thing and got rid of these negligent hires. This poor 15-year-old girl, this wouldn't have happened to her. And it just breaks my heart, guys, to just watch what this family's going through. It's just it's so sad. It's very upsetting, guys. You know, as parents, when we send our kids to school, we hope that when they come back to us, they come back the way that we sent them. And it's just so sad, guys, what this family's going through. This should have never happened. There's no repercussions for this department here. I've been investigating them for almost 2 years now. And what is going to be done this time? It's just so, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like so sad and upset right now. It's so upsetting. I just don't know what else to say, guys. It's not getting any better. It's just really not. Gosh. It is a broken system, guys. I'm gonna end it right here. I gotta get out of town soon. We just came up today for this press conference. And I don't know. I just don't know what to say. If this would have happened to one of my kids, I don't know how this family's staying so strong, but I'm just glad that we're here. And we're just shedding the light on what's going on over here, guys. So it's been almost a 2-year investigation with this department, and this is just the icing on the cake, guys. So, all right, I will leave you all here, and thank you all for joining us today. Acura Amanda signing out. Thank you, guys.